A 13-year-old girl in France is in a lot of trouble right now. As you recall, last year in October, a Muslim girl, came home from school and told her father that her teacher, who was a teacher for history and geography, intended to show demeaning images of the Prophet Muhammad in order to make a point about freedom of speech. The father then went into a rage and essentially decided to behead the teacher for not threatening, but saying that he was going to do so. Now, obviously, this was a major media story and used to justify all kinds of Islamophobia. However, it has now been revealed that the girl, who is referred to only as Z, who is 13 years old, actually lied about the teacher and that there was no intention of doing so. What had happened was that the girl had actually been suspended for skipping classes, and that she had made up the story in order to justify not being there to her father because she was afraid of being in trouble for skipping class. Now, they were having an actual discussion about freedom of speech and the Charlie Hebdo incident, and this is where she took her opportunity to claim that the teacher was going to do this kind of disrespectful thing, leading to her justification for not being in class. She claims that the teacher had told the Muslim students to leave while he did it if they did not like what he was doing. Now, it was interesting that the Quran, the main book in Islam, I was not able to find anything that says that you're not allowed to make any depictions of Allah or the Prophet Muhammad. Yet, despite that, it's still held by a lot of Muslims that you shouldn't, because it's a temptation towards idol worship, and that any satire of religion is considered to be blasphemy and is considered punishable by death in some countries. And trust me, if the religious right had their way in America, they'd do the exact same thing here. Now, she told her that she had a disagreement with the teacher over the teacher because he planned to show caricatures and a photograph of the prophet naked as a way of promoting free speech or making some kind of argument, which he actually wasn't going to do. Now, afterward, after telling her father that the Moroccan-born father, Brahmin, 48 years old, shared a video on Facebook in which he condemned Pate's actions and called for his removal, and then posted a second video in which he accused the teacher of Islamophobia and discrimination and told school officials that Pate was spreading a pornographic image. This eventually led to the man being killed by radical Islamists. Now, the girl reportedly told the police the same story, except that this wasn't corroborated by her classmates. They said no such thing had actually happened, and several classmates told the investigators that she wasn't even present in the classroom and that Pate had never told Muslim students to actually leave. This was wholly and completely fabricated on her own part in order to cover up the fact that she had been suspended from school for skipping school, which I never really understood. If you don't go to school, we'll make it so that you don't have to go to school. So this is some very important context to what happened. Obviously, no one should be killed for satirizing religion, even if it is Islam. And frankly, in my experience, satiring religion is pretty minimal, or satiring Islam is pretty small compared to actually invading Muslim majority countries and killing them by the millions, as we saw with Afghanistan and Iraq and Syria and a lot of other countries as well, and the genocide of Palestinians. So this kind of pales in comparison to those very real killings that are going on right now. But it's important to note that this girl lied. but that in no way justifies the action of the radical who went and beheaded the teacher for allegedly insulting the Prophet Muhammad.
Thank you for watching. If you like this program, then please head over to my Patreon page and set up a monthly donation. It's your donations that keep this program running. Also, if you would like, please rate, comment, subscribe, and share in various social media.